Well, it's a whole lot more fun, at least for me, to diagnose plays in a Seahawks win than it is on the other side. And I never deviate, man. Like a good coordinator, I try to be players, formations, plays. Players, formations, plays. And I think through all our years of doing this, we've seen, you know, that breakdown kind of pay off and pay a lot of dividends for this Seahawk crew. And dividends was exactly what was paid in a 15-play, 7-minute drive. When this game was feeling like it was out of hand, when it was 10-0 LA after an interception in the red zone, the Seahawks get the ball with a little over 9 minutes to go, and they take it down and they score on this fade route to Jimmy Graham with less than 2 minutes to go. That is a remarkable drive of 15 plays. It took 3 third-down conversions, all of them 3rd and 5 less, and finally getting this Rams defense on their heels, and that's what a 15-play drive can do. Right before the 2-minute 1st and goal at the 4, they try a little run play, and it goes for absolutely nothing, like much of their run game did. They take the clock all the way down to the 2-minute warning, managed this, I think, phenomenally well to run it on 1st down, to get it under 2 minutes. And then they come out in a little 12 set. 1 back, 2 tight ends. Nick Vanette's on the ball. Jimmy Graham is off. And I don't know while you were watching it live. I know I was. I was wondering, are we going to finally make this connection? Is 3 and 88 going to hook up on that little fade route that Gronkowski, that Antonio Gates, that the elite tight ends, and heck, he did in New Orleans for many years with Drew Brees. Is this finally going to happen? And ultimately it did. So they found the player, Jimmy Graham, that they continue to feed the ball to. They continue to give targets. And number 3 continues to trust, I think in some ways that many of us don't. But he does, and the system does. Get the player the ball. Formationally, anytime you see this 3-by-1, what you're trying to do is get that defense to declare. There's only so many ways you're going to cover the 3 receivers in the 3-by-1. You'll hear that in broadcasts a lot. There's only so many ways you can cover it, and you really could tell pre-snap whether that safety is going to come help over the top or you're going to get a true one-on-one situation. It's why, you know, the teams love to isolate their difference makers in that formation, 3-by-1, getting them a one-on-one. So player formation, and ultimately this is the simplest play there is. It is Jimmy, you just go win and you get open. On the other side, it is a 7-man protection. Not a surprise to me that they're going to load up and try to protect number 3 as much as they can as he's under center. On the other side, you got just a simple little fade route and an out route. Another tell for Russell, not that he needed to know that it was man-to-man coverage. He couldn't tell here, but you go corners over and you get the safety, the rookie safety, in fact, making his first start. The rookie 3rd rounder out of Boston College, Johnson, is in a one-on-one, and he's 6'1", 205, and he's 6'7", 265. 6 inches, 65 pounds, advantage Jimmy Graham. So as much as this player's formations, plays, schemes, it's not too much rocket science. This came down to this one-on-one. So this Chalk Talk is about this one-on-one and his technique as much as it was anything else. Pete Carroll said to us on Monday, didn't do anything different. He's right. They've run this play, this formation, gotten this one-on-one many times. The difference to me is 3 things. Number 1, this rookie Johnson, he gives ground right away. When you've watched him against other guys, other safeties, they typically don't give ground. And when you think of somebody, and Jimmy Graham, the old basketball player, I guess the best way you look at this is when a guy is posting up. What do they always say about the best post defense? Don't give ground. Make him put it on, you know, on your spot, not his spot. Well, Johnson immediately gives ground in press coverage, allowing Jimmy to get to where he wants. So that was number 1, as the giving of ground. Number 2, is it allows Jimmy Graham to not have to run to the boundary. Too many times when they've run this play, the extra defenders are here, right? The back line and the sideline. And if Jimmy runs to this sideline, which has happened before, as a QB, man, my window gets smaller and smaller and smaller to throw to. Instead, with the DB giving ground, Jimmy went right at him. Didn't lose any ground to the boundary. Had so much space over here because number 3, he went right into the body, man. Use the 60-pound advantage. Use the 6-inch advantage. He's giving you ground. You're not escaping to the sideline. You got plenty of space, and then post up. And you even see Jimmy. It looked like back in the day at the University of Miami, he actually felt for that defender and then just posted up. And he gave Russell so much operating room, so much throwing circumference to throw a ball inbound, a catchable ball. Man, they made that look easy. Why can't that be easier more often than not? Well, usually it's a little better played here. It's not a rookie. Usually they try to force Jimmy to the boundary, and usually it becomes a whole lot more fight for the football than in this occasion where a perfect post up finally saw a perfect lob from Russell Wilson for the touchdown.